Hi, and thanks for joining. It's Patty with PS Paper Crafts. I'm going to make a card using the Pocketful of Happiness, and this card actually holds a gift card inside. So I cut out the pocket and the flowers. I had to fussy cut the flowers, and inside I have another pocket with a gift card. So I thought this was really cute. The Pocketful of Happiness is a new stamp set, but it uses the dies, and I have the pocket out. The dies from the pocket framelits. So there was an older stamp set, had sunglasses and money. So this one is perfect for this. And then I made a card, you could see it on my blog yesterday, Time to Celebrate, where I actually stamped these images on the card, and then I cut out the hearts and this little tag on the side. So I thought this was cute as well. So I really like this. I'm glad they came out with another stamp set that works with it. So let's get started. I have my pieces, which are, I just move things around, right here. Okay, so I have my card base is Purple Posy, and Seaside Spray is this layer. And I already cut out my pockets. So let me just show you on here. I got two of them out of a 6x6 sheet of paper. So what I did was I cut it with this die, ran it through my Big Shot. You can use whatever cutting machine you have, and it actually gives you score lines to fold it on, which is really neat. And the paper that I used is the In Color 6x6 Designer Series paper. So you get each of the In Colors, there's 5 of them, and then you get I think 8 pieces of the Designer Series paper, and it's double-sided. So it's pretty cool. I love the check. And I think there's another one. Oh, this one here. So I thought it was pretty. I liked the color scheme here. I love the Purple Posy and the Seaside Spray. And I wanted something very soft. So let's get our pockets folded and ready. I'm going to get my bone folder, and they look better from the front, so I'm just going to fold them over quickly, and then I will burnish them with my bone folder just to make sure they go down good. I hated to cut this because I really love the script on the other side, but I thought this was a cute pattern for a pocket. And we'll do this one. So I wanted to cut out the pockets, off camera just to show you. And I did some of the prep work off camera, and that'll save some time here. So I also stamped the flowers. I stamped them on Whisper White, and I've already cut them out. I had to fussy cut them. And this is using the Purple Posy blends. I used the dark and the light. Whoops, I just dropped one. 1 second. And then I used soft sea foam. And what I did was I colored I stamped it with Memento ink. So I'll get one started, but I'm not going to spend the whole time doing it. I don't think you want to see me fussy cut. So I stamped it, and I cut the flowers and the leaves separately. And I colored the flower. Whoa, I got too much stuff here. This is the light. So I colored the center with the light. And I love coloring with these. And you can add some shading. It has the line in the middle. So if you wanted to do that, you could. So we just color this in. And then I use the dark Purple Posy to do the center, but then I ended up putting something in the center. I put some rhinestones in there. So what I did was I colored this outside part twice. So I colored all 3 of them one time, and I'm just going to do this kind of quick. I'm not even going to do the whole thing, but you'll see it dries a different color almost. And then I just went in and I colored it darker just to make the color the contrast a little bit better. And then I did the leaves with the light and dark sea foam. And then I just fussy cut it, and it was pretty easy. I mean, it's not too much intricate cutting. So we've got that done. And then I used the in color ribbon. I just love this Seaside Spray, and it's called the Scalloped Line Ribbon. So I put that across the top. So let's start putting our card together. And actually, one more thing, we can stamp the gift for you. So I stamped that on Purple Posy in Memento black ink, and then I just punched it out. So let's get that going. And here it is. So it's nice to stamp down toward the bottom when you're going to punch. Always think of what you're punching and what your punch looks like before you stamp, so that you know how it can easily be punched. So this is the 1 3/8, and it's a scallop punch. So I'm going to just unlock it, and I can just look from the back and get it centered and punch it out. Okay, so that's done. We're moving right along here, and let's get this down. So let me cut just a piece of this ribbon, a little bit longer than I need it. I'll get my ribbon scissors. I like to keep one set of scissors for ribbons so they don't get sticky. Sometimes you cut sticky stuff and then it's hard to cut ribbon. So what I did was I took my tear and tape and I put it on each of these sides, and then I put my ribbon around it, and then I added some more. So you'll watch me go through it. It's you could use liquid glue, but then you have to really make sure it's down good. And we're going to do that on the inside. So you have to give it just a minute or two to adhere good. So let's get this up. And this is a little bit bigger, but we'll be okay with it. We're not really sticking anything in on the outside. And you can always fold it over if it's too long. When you take off the adhesive or the release, you can then fold it back. And I'll show you what I mean by that. And we're going to have to do it on this for sure. All right, let me just cut this piece just so I don't have some extra here. And I like to cut my tape. It's tear and tape, you can tear it, but I just have an easier time cutting it. And I'm going to just cut this longer and then cut it in half. Okay, so we'll put this down, and I'm doing a bad job with my judgment. We'll take care of that. Let me cut this a little shorter. So I'm going to have lots of opportunity to show you how to fold it back. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. Okay. So let's get this ribbon on. And I actually put some tape in here, or no, I did glue dots. So let me go through this. I know I'm probably confusing you here. So I'm going to just take this off all of my pieces, and sometimes it's hard to get the release tape, the release paper up. So if you just press it down, it sticks that tape down. And of course it's going to give me a hard time here. Let me try a different end. Things never work the way you want them when you're doing a video. There we go. So if there's any extra, you could just fold it down. We'll be doing that on this one. So see this extra? I'm just going to bend it back on itself. So that won't be any kind of a problem. I think I was rushing too much. I hate to waste your time on here, so sometimes I think I do things too fast just to get it going, and then I don't do a good job with it. If you have fingernails, you'll probably have an easier time with this. Okay, so I'm going to just fold this back right on itself, and it will just stick down. And then we'll do this last one. And fold it back. Okay, so let's see if we can put this down. And I did raise it up a little bit so that you can see the top. And I'm just going to fold it over. And then I used some glue dots. You could put more of this other down, the tear and tape, but I thought the glue dots, I'd like to have a little bit of a pocket there. In the center for where I put the flowers down. I think I'm making a mess out of this. Okay, and I just want to make sure from the front it looks okay. All right. And then I'm going to put a little bit more tear and tape on this so that that sticks down. There might be an easier way to do this. I'm sure there is, but this is how I roll. I just try to do what makes sense in my mind. All right, so let me just cut a couple of pieces here and put this right over the ribbon. The inside will be much easier because we're just going to use liquid glue. Okay, so let's just pull these up. It's easier without the tool sometimes. Okay, so now we're going to put this down and center it. So you want to make sure all your folds are going to go in, and it is sticky, so I kind of did one side. And that's a little crooked. Let's pull that up. Okay. There we go. Let's try this again. It's so sticky. That's why I actually like the liquid glue better, but you'd have to let it rest a minute. All right. Pocket is down. Good. All right, I'm going to use glue dots for this. Let me just tear that off. Oh my goodness. I'm having a heck of a time here. So let me get I'm going to just stick it down on my flower. And I'm going to stick that under the ribbon a little bit. And I'll do, looks like I have one here. I guess I have some on the outside here. And I'm going to do this one also kind of under the ribbon. You could stick it in the pocket. Oh, I forgot to tell you, this is the one that I wanted to tell you on. So let me just backstep a little bit. After I colored them and cut them, see there's a little bit of white on the edges. I colored them already. If you have that, so usually I cut around something when I fussy cut, and I leave a little white, but I wanted to go right up to the black. And then I see there's a little bit of white here and there. So I'm just going to go around the edges with a black marker. You could use a Sharpie or a Stampin' marker. And I just want to get all the white gone, so it looks like I didn't make any mistakes. I hope you can see what I'm talking about. See, there's a little white there. And this just gives you a nice, dark, crisp border. So I did the other flowers, and I did some of the leaves, but I wanted to show you it, so I left one undone. So let me do, this is a leaf, I think. And some of the leaves I cut out separately, and one of them I kept as one full leaf. It's actually 2 leaves on a branch. And I'll just show you what I'm talking about. See, the leaf here is attached, so some of them, I cut it, some of them apart and left some of them. So is there another one that I need to color? I thought I had another leaf. I only see these. Oh well, we're going to be short one leaf, but that's okay. It may come across as we go. All right, so let's get this last one on with a glue dot. And you can put dimensionals on if you wanted to. And I'm going to have this guy up a little bit. And then I'll put the leaves. I'm just going to put a glue dot on the big guy. And put that there. And get this one. And it was a little bit hard to get the glue dot on the little ones. But it did work. I'm kind of disappointed that I don't have that other leaf. Maybe one of you guys can see it somewhere. You're probably watching this saying it's right there. I mean, I have this one, but I did have another one. I don't know where it went. Well, we're going to go with that. See that the glue dot is a little bit bigger. You can take it off and roll it a little bit, but it kind of worked when I put it down. And we'll put this guy right here. Be nice to have a leaf here. I think I'll do that and then I'll add it later. There's a little bit of a gap there. So I'll add that on. You'll see it when you go to my blog. I'm not going to do it on the video though. Okay, so let's get this down on the card base. And just use a little bit of liquid glue. There's the leaf. I knew it would show up somewhere. Okay, get that nice and straight. And I think I'll just put a little liquid. So this one I actually want to color in. And then I'll use just a little bit of liquid glue on it. See, so I'm just going along the edges. Okay. Put a little dot of liquid glue on this, and then we'll stick it right in that open spot. And you could add more leaves or more flowers or... Okay. And then we're going to put this up with dimensionals. So let me get a dimensional out. Put 3 on. Probably doesn't need 3, but that's all right. Take the release papers off. I'll put this right here. And then on the inside, I did my pocket right about here. So on this one, I'm just going to do the liquid glue. And as I said, you could do this on the outside one as well. It is a very strong adhesive. I just wanted to make sure it was dry enough before I did all the other work on the outside of the card. So I'm going to just kind of slip it on here. And I'm going to put a clear block on it just to hold it in place. Put a little weight on it. And let's do the inside sentiment. So I did May Your Birthdays Bloom with Happiness. And I did that, I believe, in black ink. I did, yes. So we'll do the black memento. just put that right in the center. And then we'll do a flower. Right on the bottom. And I think we're done stamping. So let's put this on with the liquid glue. And I just think this color combination is really beautiful. That should be in good shape. So let's see how the, let's put the top on this and see how the gift card fits in here. It's nice to have a card where you can just stick the gift card right in it. Isn't that nice? And then what I used on the outside were the Noble Peacock rhinestones. I'm finding these are really great to use on a lot of different projects. The colors are really pretty. I mean, this is more of a pink color, but I thought it looked nice. You could use a regular old rhinestone or a pearl, or you can color with the blends a rhinestone or a pearl, because they color perfectly to get just the right color. So anyway, these are the cards. I think they're really cute, and I think it'd be great to receive a gift card this way. But thanks for joining. I appreciate it, and I'll see you again. Bye.